We have now been given the powers of the Black Panther. And that was the day I broke Amber. Our friends at Wizkids have provided us with our brick, Black Panther and Illuminati. A little later than normal, but, there's reasons for this. Congratulations on your child there, Chris, you brand new baby boy. So that said, obviously, we're going to try to focus our previews more on the sealed side of things.
Yeah.
And, maybe talk about first picks for Battle Royales. And, get us all prepped for those pre-released, release day events, along with Battle Royales in the upcoming U.S. Nationals over at Origins Games Fair. Yes. So, thanks to our friends over at Wizkids for providing this. It's time. Get rid of the noise. And bring the funk. Okay, so we're going to do what we usually do. We're each going to get 2 sealed pools. So one sealed pool, another sealed pool. In each of our packs, while we're talking about our sealed pools, we'll talk about what we would first pick in a Battle Royale. And then we're going to, decide what we would do with each pair of packs in a sealed environment. And then with the last 2, we're going to put our brains together on it. So, without further ado, let's start with Avengers, Black Panther, and the Illuminati. It's a hefty name for the set.
I do believe this is the longest set name that we've had in the game so far.
Well, Justice League Trinity War.
Yeah, but that's 4 words.
Yeah. Alright, so my first pack, we had the AIM Blue Squad as our rare, along with the common Iron Man, Dora Milaje, and the Winter Soldier, along with Everett K. Ross. As we usually do for our next video, we're going to have a follow-up video where we talk about each of the figures in the set that we've pulled so far, and talk about how they'll fit in the competitive casual games. We've already got some from our pre-release to add to this collection, but Amber, go ahead.
Alright, so we have Captain Marvel, Winter Soldier, 100,000 BC. 100,000 BC Black Panther, Traitor, and Eitri.
Pulls a chase first again, right?
This is how these unboxings work. Wait, you don't pull chases? Come on, Jason.
Oh, man. There's no drama in our chases, eh?
My booster's just open. It's just open.
Alright. Well, the next pack is a pretty cool pack. We got ourselves... Just make sure that's under there. Whoops. Excuse me. We got, for my second set of packs, the Hulk is a common. The AIM Shield Red Squad. Malice. The super rare Loki, who comes with, I believe it's one of the gems. It's time? No, it's not gonna be time. It's gonna be the Mind Gem, along with the Shield Diplomat. The gems each come with a separate rare or super rare character that they are linked to. The Loki being the Mind Gem. There's a couple other super rares or rares that come with them.
All right, so this pack has a red suit Elektra, the super rare Taskmaster, Io, Voyager, and Black Widow.
Can you pull like this at actual sealed tournaments?
Right? Only when we do our brick. This is how every time I do these unboxings and then I get to I'm gonna do what I would do in sealed, and it's like, this is not good sealed practice.
This is not valid sealed practice. All right. I guess I should open my next one. So my first 2 packs are looking pretty interesting for sealed team building.
Likewise.
Right. So my second set of packs rolls eyes. My next set of packs, I've got an Ant-Man, the 30-point common, a Voyager, the super rare Grandmaster, Elektra, and Black Panther, the uncommon Black Panther. This is pretty cool stuff. Yeah, like you said, the Black Grandmaster is a pretty fun character. I love this Ant-Man. 30 points for a lot of beef on that guy. The only problem, of course, he goes to your opponent's team if he dies.
So we have the common Black Panther, a Shield Diplomat, Black Ant, something in a bag.
That's Namor's gem.
Okay. The uncommon Iron Man, and Namor, who comes with
Power Gem.
Power Gem.
Yeah. So Yeah, the power gem gives like +1 damage and close combat and range combat expert. Pretty cool. And they all have a special effect that relates to rolling a 10 or higher while you have it too. And the power gem is extra damage.
There.
So it already gives it like a passive plus. It's really cool. It's very subtle what the power gem does. You have to be a very finessey player to understand it. Sorry, did that sarcasm come out? All right. My next pack for my second sealed pool was a Dora Milaje, the common Iron Man, the uncommon Black Panther, Corvus Glaive, and White Tiger at the uncommon slot. So 2 uncommons, 2 commons, and a rare. Whoa. There we go. It's yours, right?
Yes. So
what's the last of your second?
So I've got the Spider-Man, Captain Marvel, Crystal, Shuri, and the common Black Panther.
The second sealed pool, pack pool is also looking good for you. Jeez Louise. Let them see.
Right. No, it's mine.
Alright, so yeah, we'll talk about our first picks and whatnot and towards the end. Crack these last 2 packs of the community brain pool packs as they were. Alright, what do we got here? There's a winner already. So we got the Possessor, Nakia, Okoye, Black Widow, the common regular Black Widow, and Medusa, who's really good. Just a really good figure.
Alrighty. So we have an AIM Red Squad, the rare Captain America.
So there's going to be a time gem in there.
A Crystal, Proxima Midnight, time gem, and a Wakandan scientist as I drop this.
Throws it on. She threw it on the ground.
So let's get that gem out there.
Yeah.
Gem.
All right. Awesome. So we're gonna flip the camera over to our build view, and we'll come up with some builds and tell you guys our thought processes behind it. And of course, in the comments, we'd love to hear your thoughts. We'll talk about that later, though. So let's get to building.
So the first pack that I ended up pulling, of course, has the Chase Black Panther in it. So Battle Royale, Chase Black Panther.
Can't see him; he'll kill you before you do.
Yeah. And then my second pack for this sealed pool had the super rare Taskmaster. So again, Battle Royale, super rare Taskmaster. When it came to actually building a team for this, though, so obviously I'm going with the Black Panther and the Taskmaster, but that is only 185 points. So I still had 115 points left to go. And so I did have some options here, but I ended up deciding to go with Captain Marvel for a little bit of oomph. We have Voyager, who actually has a really cool TK where she doesn't need to have line of fire to the square or the character. Her telekinesis, but only to place characters. When Voyager uses it, neither she nor the target square need line of fire to the destination square, which is actually super potent when you're trying to throw somebody like Black Panther or a Taskmaster into the middle of a group of guys. Throw them onto the other side of the guys. She also has a Avengers Assemble trait, which is Passenger 1 or Passenger 3, but only to carry characters that share a keyword with her, and she may carry characters with Flying or Giant, which means she can carry both Black Panther and Captain Marvel because they both have the Avengers keyword. So that is a huge amount of mobility for this team between her carry and the TK. And then I had 20 points left, so we have Io. At the 20-point line, she will go to my opponent's team, but I didn't want to be too far under, and she's got decent stats with the sidestep and bleeds, and she's got leadership, which means when I have a big team like this, it's going to help me get all of those characters around. So that was my first sealed team.
All right, let's bring it back here. Okay, so I got my 2 packs here. The first pack, I would probably first pick the Loki. I don't know 100% what the Battle Royale rules are going to be with the gems.
They are a package deal. If you pull them with a character, they go to that character.
All right, cool. So Loki's getting that Mind Gem for sure.
Yeah.
As a result, in a Battle Royale first pick, going to be Loki. And then the rest of my pack, I was going to go with Iron Man to go with some oomph. But I might have to rethink this, so let's do this live, shall we?
Yeah.
Because the Iron Man would put me... He's 90 points. And when you say oomph on Captain Marvel, this guy's got oomph. Because he starts with hypersonic and 4 damage with 11 attack. He's indomitable and he flies. And I was going to go with the Shield Diplomat, who I thought for some reason was 15 points, but I was incorrect. And I was going to give him a red squad. But I do still have 35 points. Now, it's a shame. If I drop the Mind Gem, I'm down to 260, and I could play the AIM blue squad, who's got probability control, which is not a bad alternative. Alternatively, if we keep the gem on him, we could still also go with Everett Ross. Oh yeah, my second pack first pick would most likely be between Iron Man or the AIM blue squad. Oddly enough, the 40-point prop could go a long way. And the way the uncommons are looking in this and some of the higher stuff, you might still be able to pick off something good in the draft. Yeah, because Everett Ross also has Perplex. But he can also increase the combat value by +2. And at the end of the turn, I roll a d6 on a 1 to 4. I deal Everett Ross 1 damage. And he has that for 3. He has it for all 4 clicks of his life. So actually, yeah, there we go. Boom.
Yeah.
That adds the oomph. And then we could actually put that gem back on, and that puts us at 295. I'm lacking prob, and I will suffer for that. But, I'm sorry, I'm not lacking prob. Loki has it, because I'm playing him on full points. So there we go. Yes, Everett. Loki can be pretty tough with the Mind Gem. He's got +1 attack, so his 11 attack comes to 12 attack. He's got probability control. He's also got traded, shape change, and stealth. And if he makes a successful shape change and my opponent decides to target one of my other guys, he's going to be doing it at -1 to stats. And include that +1 attack plus mind control if I should so desire, or my opponent has a better team than me and I just use it against him. It works, trust me. And that 10 for extra mind control could go some ways. Iron Man's not super subtle. He's 90 points and has some beef to him. Beef! And like we said, Everett Ross. He's also shield team ability with willpower. That's massive in the grand scale of the game when you think about it. Sit him next to Loki and keep shield teaming up the damage. You get the increase in range too. So a 9 range Loki with a +1 attack with +1 damage in addition.
Not too shabby.
Not too shabby. All right, Amber. What are your next set of packs now that I've built in front of everybody because I don't know how to math?
So my next pack, I think, would have been the pack with Namor. So you pick Namor.
First pick Namor. He's
Namor.
very subtle with the power gem. Trust me.
So and then my second pack had the Iron Spider, Spider-Man, and that. For Battle Royale, that would be my first pick. Surprisingly, he's not on my team, though.
I'm very surprised, especially with what he does.
Yeah. This was a bit of a hard one for me. So, obviously, I'm going with the Namor. And I was thinking about doing the Spider-Man, but, like, he's best at full points. But to put him at full points, he is 145 points. And with the Namor being 115, that only left me with a very small amount of points to work with. I believe 40, and the rest of my packs just didn't work with that. The only thing I had under 40 points was the Shield Diplomat, and they're only 20, and like that basically gave me nothing. So unfortunately, I did not go with the Spider-Man because the rest of my packs just did not support it. So instead, I went with the Moonstone Captain Marvel. So she's got She does have the Thunderbolt trait where when she damages one or more opposing characters with an attack after resolutions, roll a d6, 5 or 6, remove an action token from a friendly character with the Thunderbolts keyword within 4 squares. Nobody on my team is going to have the Thunderbolts keyword, but that's still a trait that she's gotten there. Later in her dial, she does have phasing, teleport, sidestep. When Captain Marvel makes a close attack, walls don't prevent adjacency to her target. And then she ends her dial with some Super Senses willpower. Basically, it was a nice long dial with running shot, psychic blast, invulnerable, top dial, perplex. It was just and it was only 1 click less than the Spider-Man for 45 points less. So I went with the Captain Marvel, and then with that 45 points, I spent it on the Black Panther, who I enjoy as the stealth and ignores hindering and elevated for movement. He does have 6 range, willpower, more perplex. And then, so that's, and I ended up finishing it off with Crystal, actually. Let's get her name more in there. With Crystal, because she has Quake as free. Free attack, free damage. You can't say no to free.
Nope.
But she also has a fun little attack power there that's Smoke Cloud, but generate all water terrain markers instead of hindering terrain markers, but you still get the -1 to attack if they are occupying it. She has Perplex again, but hers is later in the dial. It's on her second and then last click. But with the sidestep, I don't have a whole lot of maneuverability. Like, both Namor and Captain Marvel fly, so they can carry Crystal and Black Panther around. And of course we have the power gem on Namor, with Namor being like the big focus of damage and attack on the team. I just wanted to get that extra perplex in and support for the Namor, rather than just basically my team being Namor and Spider-Man and then having nothing else to back them up. Oh, he's gonna do... Oh, he did it. I hate when he does this.
Moves up, picks up the gem, comes back, sidestep over Spider-Man, drop the gem on him. Spider-Man picks up the gem. He's now 12 attack, 5 damage with flurry and full movement.
This is why I don't build teams, guys.
I'm sorry, Amber.
Show us what your team is.
Okay.
Now that you've ruined everything.
I didn't ruin everything, just your stuff. Okay. I'm gonna be that guy in a battle royale, and if I pull this pack and I have to choose between Grandmaster and Black Panther, am I ever picking Grandmaster? Because it's not once per it's once per turn, right? When an opposing character within range. So is that once per all players' turns?
I think so.
Oh, that's a shame. I thought that worked differently.
But
because I was thinking
your turn, and then Guy's turn, and then
that's
Guy's
what I was
turn,
asking.
Guy's turn. Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay.
I said yes to you.
All right. In which case, then yes, in a battle royale, he might heal 4 clicks,
Yeah.
or 3 clicks rather, with the right picks. And I'm pretty good at calling when people are going to hit and miss. So yeah, Grandmaster. If I'm in a fun mood, it'll be Grandmaster. If I'm in a must win a figure mode, I might actually go with the Black Panther in that pack. Yeah. So. Anyway, in the other pack, I'd probably go Corvus Glaive. Played against him in another sealed, or in our pre-release sealed, and he is so hard to kill.
He's super nasty.
So hard to kill. when you get him down to the low clicks, it's just this is not ending. And I think he has a stop click with combat reflexes too. Yeah. Sorry, no, he's got his last 3 clicks have combat reflexes, and jeez, what a nightmare. Anyway, so for the teams that I actually picked, there's a lot of options here, but once again, Iron Man kind of caught my eye. And I ended up going with Iron Man, Corvus Glaive, and Grandmaster as a very unsubtle, super offensive team. And I added Ant-Man. Why? Because I had points left over, and Ant-Man, for his points, does a lot of good. Ultimately, my entire team can be maneuvered in single actions. I can carry Grandmaster with him, and I can carry Ant-Man there. Or if I need another character to carry, I use Ant-Man as a free action, make one of these guys tiny, and they get carried and sidestepped away or whatever they need to do.
The Hypersonics Iron Man?
That is the same Hypersonic Iron Man that I just used, yes. Because he is a common.
I actually had this as my pre-release team was Grandmaster and that Iron Man.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Corvus Glaive, he's got the Call Obsidian, which torments opponents for killing him. And then he's got the ability, a special attack power, gives him super strength, but as well, you can destroy a piece of blocking within 3 squares and roll d6. On a 1 to 4, you generate a light object, and on a 5 to 6, you generate a heavy object, and generate would be adjacent to him. And when he makes a close object attack, instead of normal damage, you may roll d6 and deal damage equal to the result +1 if using a light object, or +2 when using a heavy object. And then his defense, his regeneration is free, but only if he's holding an object when he uses regeneration after resolutions KO the held object. So, like, those last 3 clicks, they're not stop clicks, so you can get the full heal value out of them as long as you're holding an object.
Yes.
And it was a free action, and you can follow it up with attacks.
Yep. It's crazy.
It's
good.
Pure insanity. And if you kill him, you get punished. When I played against him, he was the last guy I killed. I got lucky in that sense.
Killing him didn't kill you?
Killing him didn't end up costing me much.
Yeah.
And of course, like we said, we have the Iron Man, who starts with Hypersonic, gets some late dial regeneration, and his regeneration is kind of cool, where if you use it after he's done the regeneration, you can make an attack.
Yeah.
So if you're, in a place where you were able to get hit, you're probably able to hit back. But Grandmaster is where the fun begins. Technically, not fantastic, but he does bring prop, which is an important power. If my opponent has a gem, he's a little bit better. He goes to that Clix 0. But I can't count on that, really, in this one. But his special movement power, wagering on a contest of champions, you say. It's sidestep. And once per turn, when an opposing character within range and line of fire attacks, before the attack roll, you may guess whether or not the attack will hit at least one target. If you do, that attack roll can't be rerolled. If you chose correctly, after resolutions, deal the attacking character 1 penetrating damage and heal Grandmaster 1 click. If you're wrong, heal the attacker 1 click and deal Grandmaster 1 unavoidable damage. You got to be careful when you use this.
Yes.
Because you could be dealing Grandmaster the damage. But if you're looking at a situation where, let's say, my Ant-Man's on his last click, like click with 16 defense, and he's about to get a range attack in the face, go for it. You're going to hit, and I'm going to heal my Grandmaster.
I did that with, like, a Hulk had, like, 14 attack or something on my, like, 17 defense. Like, only needed... It was like 12 attack on 17. It was like, all right, you only need a 5. You're going to roll this. I'm like, yeah, okay. You're going to hit. And they rolled a 4. And I was like, you weren't supposed to miss that.
All right. So for our final 2 packs, the first pick was a little difficult on one of the packs. This one, obviously, it's also difficult because Captain America or Proxima Midnight you go with, right?
It's like you take the Captain America, but then you're handing off the Proxima Midnight. You take the Proxima Midnight, but then you're handing off Captain America.
And when you're handing off the Captain America, you're handing off prop.
Yeah.
I feel like the Captain America is the way to go with this one, to be honest. Just because, in addition to what he is, he's got that high defense that gets higher in the right situation as long as you're choosing combat reflexes or energy shield in the right position. Our second pack, I'm hard-pressed to say Possessor, but Medusa is just so good as well.
Yeah, the Possessor really depends on what the rest of the field almost looks like, because he's the one that has the power that turns off
Power Cosmic,
Outwit. It doesn't turn off Power Cosmic, it turns off Protected Outwit.
Is it just the Protected Outwit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's poor man's Thanos.
Yeah, it's not a full, like, you can't use that team ability. It's if you have Protected Outwit, either capital or lowercase.
Okay, no, it doesn't have
it.
Yeah, it's not the willpower as well. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
so because I came into that situation as to like, oh, like, well, you got rid of my Power Cosmic, and they're like, no, it's just the Protected Outwit. I'm like, oh, okay, I still have willpower.
All right. So this could have gone 2 ways. Either way, this went one way, and it was we took both the first picks of 1 pack and made a team, basically. Captain America, 100 points. Proxima Midnight, another 100 points. It's 200 points, right? Now, that was our first go. And I talked myself out of Proxima Midnight because I wanted a little bit more flexibility and a few more attacks out of the turn. Because when you include Medusa, you can include up to and including 3 attacks in a single turn in the right set of situations.
Good.
Right? So you get her, let's say we carried her, or we got her, sidestepped her up slowly. You drop the hair makes an attack. Okay, that's 1 turn. And let's say, for argument's sake, our Medusa is clear of tokens. So then the next turn, the hair has a token. You attack with the hair. That's now a push on the hair. Then you can take a free action on that turn with Medusa, create a new hair, make an attack with that hair, and then make an attack with Medusa after a sidestep trying to stick near the hair, of course. So you can continue this cycle, and then you get 2 or 3 attacks each turn just coming out of Medusa.
Mm-hmm. It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
What did I end up... I killed something big, and I can't remember what it was.
Yep.
But I killed something big with the hair.
Yep. I'm not surprised. So then what we decided to do is we went with a different direction, where it's Captain's great, Medusa's great, let's make everybody great. Okoye is fantastic, in addition to adding 2 of these War Rhinos to the team on the first turn. And these War Rhinos are 10 movement with charge, 10 attack with quake, invulnerable with 17 defense, and 3 damage. They can also carry Wakandans, which we have 2 of on the team. Amber, you want to wrap up the team?
Yeah, so then we finished this off with Nakia and Black Widow, both of them having that top dial perplex. Of course, Widow you're looking at incapacitate, and we've got stealth on Nakia. And then also if Nakia ends up getting KO'd first, she does have the Wakanda Forever that can boost up Okoye. If Okoye is still around.
Yeah.
And
well,
likewise.
Okoye has got some staying power because she's got some really high defense values. Her lowest is 17 on her 3rd click, but then she spikes back up to 18 with defend and then turns to 19 with defend at the end of the dial. Like we said, both of them have Wakanda Forever, so if they die, they can heal somebody, or in a right situation, kind of make the other one do more damage in addition to healing. As well, in sealed especially, never underestimate a 4 or a 3 range. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not great, but it can come in handy when you have to get a last click off of a Corvus Glaive or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, we were almost kind of pretty close to this kind of situation with that or that, but honestly, when we took this away and kind of went this direction, account for the probability control, the mass number of attacks, and the amount of perplex we get out of this, I think this was almost a better situation.
It's also, let me just double check that... Okay, yeah, so the living here does use the printed combat values.
Yeah.
So the perplex isn't as good on the Medusa, but like, hey, you can still perplex her even if the living here isn't going to take that extra perplex.
Alternatively, if you wanted to do a lot of beefy damage, you can take the red dude, probably drop Black Widow and put the Wakanda Scientist in, right? Because what does Wakanda Scientist give us? Empower as well. So then we have 2 sources of Empower.
Oh my god, living hair with Empower.
Yep, so the living hair could do 5 damage. Medusa could do 5 damage, and then the hair again could do another 5 damage. Depending on whether or not... But Perplex is a little bit more of a flexible power.
Yes.
And also, the Wakandan Scientist, though, on our team, sans a Black Widow, would empower both Okoye or Nakia within 3 squares.
Nice.
So... This is actually almost a more beefy damage, but, in this case, we're probably more likely to hit with attacks, because Perplex usually goes towards attacks.
Yeah.
Either one works. If it was Jason Collins, it would probably be this. All right, let's wrap this show up. All right, so I want to say thank you to our friends over at Wizkids for providing us with another awesome brick of Black Panther, another Black Panther brick. Another fine brick. This one, of course, Black Panther in the Illuminati. Avengers Black Panther in the Illuminati. Ooh, it's a mouthful.
Avengers Black Panther and the Illuminati.
Did you just do a word count on that?
Yes, I did.
Either way, it's an awesome brick. It's going to be an awesome set for Sealed. We already had some experience ourselves in the pre-release, but we're super excited for more events with this, the release day events. Getting up to those battle royales for the big tournaments. I mean, with U.S. Nationals around the corner, Canadian Nationals starting to get hinted at, Worlds coming in September down in Memphis, Tennessee. There's a lot of events where we're going to get a chance to see some of this stuff shine, and hoping to have some fun with that.